Welcome back. Today I want to get into Paravastha. What is that? It's the after effect poise Kriya state. So we're doing a technique, right? I talk about do, right? So we're doing the technique, and then at a certain point, we need to let go. Even if it's HRV resonance, we're doing the HRV resonance. We are controlling the breath. And then halfway into our meditation, maybe 75% of the way into our meditation, we need to let go, take our hands off of controlling the breath, and just sit and enjoy. And now we're entering into this B phase. I like to say, become the potato in the soup. Soak it up. Soak it up. Become the holy potato. I should have t-shirts. The holy potato. That would be perfect. That is the Paravastha state. And when you find a Kriya lineage which says, hey, the Paravastha, this is really important. Now you know you're getting somewhere. This is very, very, very good information. It's very, very important to the process of meditation. And so I get people that say, what should I do? Should I just leave my mind? What should I do with my mind when I'm in the Paravastha state? Where should I put it? What should I put my focus on? The center of my focus, so I'm just not wandering around in the ether. Where can I put my mind? I want to give you a very easy and straightforward progression that will lead you through the Paravastha into very, very, very deep yogic states. That's what I want to give you. So let's lay that out and all of the possible Paravastha options. So let's get into it. So we did the actions, we did the do, and now we want to become, we want to be the bee. We want to soak up the effects of our meditation. Become the holy potato and soak it all up. What are we soaking up? It might be as simple as knowing that the parasympathetic system has turned on. I've got hands hot and heavy. That's the first of the 4 proofs that I talk about, right? That first proof very simply tells us, oh, my hands are warm. They're warming up and I can feel it. I'm sitting very still and I'm noticing that my hands are warming up. What's happening to the hands? They're actually pooling blood. The arteries, which are usually very tense, are opening up, and it causes this extra blood flow into the hands, and the blood gathers in your hands, and it makes the hands feel warm and sometimes very hot. Very beautiful sign that the parasympathetic system has turned on, and your meditation, oh my God, it was correct. It was correct, and you've got the proof in your body. The body is telling you the meditation was correct. Those 4 proofs are the first place I recommend that we can put our minds. Just put your mind on the first of the 4 proofs, or the second, the lips tingling. Maybe you feel the pressure of the dorsal vagal, right? That extra pressure that happened. Maybe there's a little tickle or a tingle. Put your mind on any of those. Maybe your whole skin is tingling, right? Maybe it's just in your hands, or just in your arms, or just in your chest, or just in your legs, or just in your face. But it's tingling. That's the 4th proof. You have it. And you can place your mind in the Paravastha phase of meditation. You can place your mind on those proofs. And what sometimes will happen is the hands hot and heavy will flow up the arms. I'm sitting very still and it's flowing up my arms into my chest and into my whole body. And now my whole body feels a little bit warm. It feels a little bit like the parasympathetic system has activated everywhere. And that little tiny experience of the blissfulness of hands hot and heavy, it gets a little wider and a little wider and a little wider, and it becomes more and more enjoyable, and my mind just flows into it more and more. So at first it's like, oh, there's hands hot and heavy, and then it's like, oh, hey, there's hands hot and heavy, and then your mind flows into it more. It becomes more enjoyable. You go, oh, there's hands hot and heavy. And then you go, oh my God, it's hands hot and heavy. It's everywhere. Now your mind is really flowing into it, and you've taken that one little proof and it has exploded for you. Maybe the lips tingle. Maybe that tingling spreads to the whole face, to the whole chest, to the whole body. Now you're in the fourth proof. So the second has become the fourth proof. Sometimes it will spread that way. Maybe I feel the pressure on the dorsal vagal. It's like a strange pressure. I make that long out breath. And I feel that natural pressure as the diaphragm pushes up. I can feel that pressure pushing on all the way back to the dorsal vagal along the spine, right? I feel that. And at first it's like, oh, I feel pressure. Then I feel maybe a little tingle. And then it spreads and becomes more enjoyable and more blissful. And my mind goes, oh, okay, there's pressure. And then it goes, oh, there's pressure. And then maybe a tickle. And it just grows. It grows inside of you. Oh, there's the dorsal vagal pressure. It just grows inside of us, right? That's what we want. We want it to grow inside of us. Where it stops, that's what the yogis know. And now you're heading in that territory, aren't you? Maybe the skin tingles, right? Maybe just the hands, and then it flows to the arms and the chest and the legs. And the fourth proof becomes extremely enjoyable. So I was in the ashram and I had figured out how to use the breath, the stages of breath inside of the nose as a biofeedback device. And what was happening, which I didn't understand, was I was inducing HRV resonance very, very quickly. Now, it would still take about 10 or 20, but it started getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And pretty soon, in minutes, I was in HRV resonance. I didn't know to call it that, but I knew it was something. And I sat there with these proofs of the parasympathetic system, and I was amazed to tell myself, oh my God, you know what? If this is as far as we ever got, I'd have to say it's a success. Maybe I never make it to samadhi, but oh my God, this is a success. And that's what I want for you, that initial success in meditation. And the four proofs will give it to you. And these they develop into, when you enjoy them, when you sit with them and you enjoy them, they automatically become states of Paravastha. So you're sitting there and you're enjoying those proofs. Maybe you're enjoying a good feeling somewhere inside of the body, and you notice, I have calmness, I have tranquility, I have peace. And you sit there and you enjoy that peace, and now you're soaking it up. You are the peaceful potato. Every time you do this, every time you soak up one of these states, you are reinforcing it into your own subconscious. You are making the route of finding it bigger and more clear inside of you. You are opening that access every single time. You are clearing the way, and these states will come to you more and more often, faster and faster. And so sitting with them, enjoying them, putting your mind on them, soaking them into yourself, into your heart, into your mind, every time you do that, it is the heart of meditation. It is the heart of this process. The Paravastha, the soaking up, the becoming of the potato, is the heart of the meditative process. And as we keep going with the parasympathetic system, we might enjoy these very, very, very deep yogic skills arise inside of us. The tranquil breath shows up. What is that? the chest kind of freezes a little bit, and the breath moves down into the lower diaphragm, and the gut displaces all of the organs so that you can breathe low in the belly. The chest is a little frozen, right? And so we're breathing down here, and this opens up, and it becomes a very, sometimes in the beginning, a very quick and shallow breath. That can be the tranquil breath, right? It's a little bit fast sometimes in the beginning because there's not a lot of access in the lower diaphragm. And that's why we want to open up our gut and allow deeper access through the 3 lung exercise. Okay, that's in my book. Go through the 3 lung exercise, open up that diaphragmatic range, and that will help us. And just coming back again and again will help us enter into the second phase of the tranquil breath. It's this low automatic. I didn't force it. I couldn't make it happen. I just showed up. I induced it, and it shows up for me. It appears to me. It opens up this automatic breathing low in the diaphragm, and it starts being medium. Not too fast, but medium. This easy, slow breath. And then sometimes it gets really slow. And I go, oh my God, where's the breath? Oh, there it is. That's really slow, isn't it? That's the great kumbhak. That's the great hold of the breath. It's not a forced hold of breath that they're talking about. It's this very slow, tranquil breath. That's it. So that will show up inside of us, and we can again soak it up as much as possible. We're opening the way for this to show up again and again and again in our lives more and more often. And the freeze response will come over us. I get this wonderful sensation that the body becomes shell-like. It's frozen in place, and I don't want to move because if I move, I will crack the shell that I feel myself in. That's a little bit of that frozen sensation. You might notice that parts of the body become numb. Parts of the body might feel as if, well, this is how much I felt my legs before, and now I feel them about this much, about half. So that's a numbing of the sensory information that's coming into the brain. It's going down, right? The sensory information, as the freeze takes over, it reduces so that when we're in sleep and we're in the freeze response, it's very natural, right? We're in sleep, we're in the freeze response, and all of the information of the body dims from our awareness so that we can sleep peacefully. Same thing is happening in meditation. Mind awake, body asleep. We're entering into the freeze response, and that information is reducing slowly. So the body will numb, parts of the body will numb, and sometimes they'll numb out so much that it will disappear. One of my friends called me up. He said, Forrest, is it normal for my lower body to disappear? I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a wonderful freeze response. Well done. He says, yeah, it just kind of disappeared. It's very strange. You might feel some dislocation, like your head will be over here and your body will be over here, or your head will be over here, your body will be over here, your head will be up here, and your body will, or any part of the body can feel elongated or stretched or discombobulated. It's a very scientific term, discombobulated. And it just means that that information that is always there flowing at your brain has been reduced. Thank God. And then the clarity arises, right? And we're doing the Om Japa in the chakras, and so we have a little bit of roll up of consciousness, right? The consciousness starts to come back into the heart. The worries of the world and the lower 3 chakras, we let those go temporarily, and we notice I'm just a little bit more at ease in my heart. And that peace was the beginning of it, wasn't it? I'm just a little more in, oh my God, life is beautiful. Just a little bit more. And then we float up into wisdom. Oh my God, I understand. And then we float up a little higher into just pure knowing. Oh my God, I had the aha experience. I get it. I had a download. Wow. All of these are Paravastha states. All of them. revel in all of them. So where did I put my mind? Did I just leave it at my spiritual high? That could be okay. But no, this was much more dynamic, and it's going into the heart of what is the Paravastha all about. It's about these very deep states, and I want to soak them in as much as possible. And so I began with the good feelings of the parasympathetic system coming online, the 4 proofs. I began with the feelings of tranquility and calm and peace that I was feeling, maybe the clarity that I am noticing inside of me. I feel those, I soak them into myself. Then I notice these very deep states, tranquil breath, freeze response, roll up of consciousness. Maybe I notice joy or bliss or peace. There's that clarity. It will give you an automatic joy. And it's really the joy of freedom. We're so inundated with all of this information all the time, and suddenly it's gone down. We have clarity, and out of that clarity comes a spontaneous joy. Oh my God, I'm not drowning. I'm not drowning in the lower chakras and all of the body information. I'm a little bit free right now, just a little bit. But that taste of joy is huge. And now I'm soaking it in like the potato because I want it. I want it to be mine. And once you soak the potato is not the same anymore. And you go out, you walk in the world, and you are not the same potato. You're a different kind of potato. You've been soaking in something beautiful, haven't you? That is the Paravastha. That's a wonderful, wonderful place to place your mind when you're ready to stop doing the do and you want to be the be. You can also place your mind on bliss. If you feel bliss, or you generate bliss, or if you remember the cute baby meditation and you generate bliss, you create a connection with bliss, you can sit there and enjoy that. If you feel the bliss of the dorsal vagal, place your mind on that bliss, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And you will open that way so that you just put your mind there, and there it is. There's the bliss. You can put your mind on expansion. And these are really powerful drivers. I talk about Hakala, doing Hakala in meditation. And now we're placing our mind on the part of the brain which is ready to embrace the hugeness of the divine. And that's what creates the non-dual state. Huge, secret. Oh my God, I would have died to know that years and years ago. That's such a huge secret. Expansiveness, spaciousness, nothingness. This is the neurological driver that sets you up to embrace the hugeness of the divine in the non-dual state. So you can rest your mind there. Resting your mind on the lotus. Now I'm not breathing through the brain, right? I'm just resting my mind on the 1,000-petaled lotus. And this leads to a little bit of expansiveness because it's the edge of you. This is me, right? And so I place my mind here. That's the edge of me. Now I'm getting a little bit expansiveness, right? Just a little bit of that. I'm resting my mind in that spaciousness. And that is a very beautiful and deep Paravastha. So now you have a whole range of possibilities. How will it flow out today? Well, it could be totally different than tomorrow. And so it makes the meditation very enjoyable, very ever new, very, very blissful, very peaceful. We're heading into not only love, but love and wisdom. And not only love and wisdom, but love and wisdom and knowing. And not only love and wisdom and knowing, but love and wisdom and knowing and expansiveness. This is the progression that is coming up to us, and you can place your mind on any of those deep experiences, and you will open the way for more and more and more in every meditation coming. You're setting up your subconscious and you're setting up your superconsciousness to enable that more and more in your life, in your meditations. All of this is in my book. I hope you get my book because it's really a manual for all of that. That's the heart of it. That Paravastha, that is the heart of the whole meditative process. That's what I'm explaining. So I hope that you love this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.